Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Red Savage back with another video. As you can see, it's not Red Savage, it's really Red Reactz with a Z. You feel me? We back with another one. Horror games, nobody is surviving. Let's get into it.
Horror games. Games that some love and some hate. Games that cause nightmares and raise your heart rate. Games where your sole purpose is to survive. So today, I'm talking about horror games nobody is surviving. Let's start it off with Poppy Playtime. Now, Poppy Playtime is a horror
Immediately you can cut me out, G. I'm cool.
Adventure puzzle game. It takes place in an abandoned factory with sentient toy beings. Toys that are alive. And I ain't talking about Toy Story. These people in this factory made children into toys. Y'all are sick! These are terrible! They built an entire orphanage. It was steady making experiments. I am appalled. This means Huggy Wuggy, Mommy Longlegs, etc. were all children once. What the f? No! We play as a former employee of this place. The only reason why Brody's coming back is because he got a mysterious ass letter in the mail. Now, me personally, if I seen a letter that said, "Everyone thinks the staff disappeared 10 years ago. We're still here. Find the flower." I'ma be like, nah. Your flower, I'm not stepping foot in this establishment. But let's get serious. No, you're not surviving this. Nobody is surviving the chase with Huggy Wuggy. Nobody is surviving the chase with Mommy Longlegs. But he got lucky right here. If she didn't put her hand on the grinder, he would have got grinded up himself. Nobody is surviving from any of these Doey, the caterpillar, Catnap, Yarnaby, the teacher, them little niggas, Huggy Wuggy again, the f***ing doctor. And don't get me started on the hour of joy. If you are an employee during that hour, you're dead. The hour of joy is basically all of the toys, all of the experiments rising up and killing everybody in the factory. Yeah, you're not surviving that. Just like in the horror characters video. I'm not cooking, I'm booking.
Facts.
Next up, we have Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, Five Nights at Freddy's is an indie point-and-click horror game where your entire goal is to survive from animatronics that come to life. And might I add, these animatronics are possessed by missing children. That means they're dead. In the first 3 games, we play as a night guard. And our job as the night guard is to make sure everything's good. We make sure the animatronics don't get into the office and cause chaos. No, Wanda. But if they do somehow make it into the office, that's where it gets dark. You see, these animatronics, when they look at you, they think you're a bare endoskeleton without its costume on. So you know what that means. They're gonna stuff you into a suit. So yeah, in terms of the first game, you're not surviving that. With Bonnie and Chica at your doors, Foxy running down the hallway, Freddy at the right, and Golden Freddy. Not to mention the power situation. Yeah, bro, just put the fries in the bag. And it just gets worse each game. In FNAF 2, you go against the toy animatronics and the old ones. To defend yourself, they give you a flashlight and they give you a Freddy head mask. And when you put on that mask, they think you're an animatronic. But the moment you take that off, you dead. But some of them animatronics aren't fooled. Like Foxy. Foxy, you gotta constantly flash him at the end of the hallway. Hey, yo. And then on top of that, you have to make sure the music box is wound up. If it's not, then the puppet's coming after you. You might as well open a gate to heaven right now. Yeah, you're not surviving that.
Damn.
And then to make things even worse, some of these motherfuckers go through the vents! And don't even get me started about FNAF 3. FNAF 3, you go against the Phantom animatronics and Springtrap. Springtrap ain't trying to put you in a suit. He trying to put you in the grave. Mind you, this is the guy that killed those kids and stuffed them into the suits. And might I add, these animatronics are possessed by missing children.
that he put there.
Yeah, he's the main culprit. The hell no! To defend yourself, they give you an audio device. You can play the audio in any camera you want, and that draws Springtrap to that area. And when you move to the left, they give you a control panel where you have to reboot ventilation, camera system, and the audio device. If you use the audio device too many times, you gotta reboot. If you're on the cameras for too long, gotta reboot. And when you gotta breathe, you gotta recode that ventilation. And then to end it off, you have vent cameras to see where Springtrap's gonna be. And you can also close doors to seal that man in there. Now, since I explained everything, do you think you can survive this? Hell no, you're not surviving any of these games.
Well, dang.
With the Phantom animatronics, they're meant to throw you off. They're hallucinations. And then Springtrap, he's literally a killer. He's the purple guy. Kratos said it best.
So what do you say?
No.
But FNAF 4, holy hell, you're not surviving. Out of all the games, this one is easily the most terrifying. In this one, you play as a 5, 6, 7-year-old in a bedroom against the nightmare animatronics. These terrifying behemoths. Hell no, you're not surviving this one. As a 5, 7-year-old doing this? No! And then don't even get me started on sister location. Hell no. Hell no! Next up, we have Fears to Fathom. Fears to Fathom is an episodic psychological...
Fears to Fathom is... I can't stand that shit, bro.
Horror game where each episode unveils a short story narrated by the ones who survived. Mind you, these episodes are based off of real stories. Real!
Is this serious?
And so today,
What I can say, some scenarios of Fears of Fathom, I can definitely survive without a doubt, for sure.
we're gonna be talking about Ironbark Lookout.
Fuck
Now, during Ironbark Lookout,
Hey.
you play as this
Fuck it. You give me a gun, you give me weaponry, I got it.
guy named Jack Nelson.
give me
He's a
a
fire
switch.
lookout. Basically somebody situated in an outpost who reports on wildfires. He's transferred to a new outpost in Ironbark State Park.
What's this?
But he can't shake the feeling something's up. Something's off. We start the game with Buddy driving in his RV. He's like, I'm hungry, and stops by a local diner. And while he's at the diner, he starts talking to some of the locals. The locals start bringing up news about 3 missing kids. Hikers, tourists, all going missing. And it all leads back to the park. We fast forward to Jack getting his key and access to his outpost by the park ranger, Billy. And as he's about to leave up to go to his outpost, Billy stops him and says, "Don't travel any further than half a mile or so north of your tower. It's dangerous woods out there, pal." Okay. Got it. We fast forward to Jack settling in. He hops on his computer and watches an introduction video to the park. He finds out exactly what he has to do and gets to work. He gets the wood, takes the wind readings, and inputs the data to the form.
Ain't that swell?
Then Buddy calls it a night. He got the job finished. Fast forward to night 2, Buddy is out looking at the beautiful view, just taking it in. But this next moment is where everything starts turning left. Buddy looks left and sees white smoke in the distance. White smoke, that means campers are out there. They not supposed to be out there. And then to make things even worse, that's out north. Remember what Billy said? Don't go north. Don't travel any further than half a mile or so north of your tower. It's dangerous woods out there, pal. But guess what? You have to. You gotta put out the fire. So we fast forward to Jack walking the path. The sun's all the way out now, which just makes everything worse. Bad enough, Buddy, in the wilderness, but the wilderness in the dark? Ah, hell no! We are not Coyote Peterson. Hell no! No brave wilderness. No. Jack follows the smoke trail into an empty campsite. Desolate. Abandoned. Everyone out of sight. No Psylocke. The only presence felt is a subtle whistle in the distance. A strange whistle. But Jack doesn't pay any mind. Picks up a pot, fills it with water, and puts out that fire. And he travels back to his outpost and heads to bed. Jack wakes up 2 in the morning. he looks up and sees a figure in his window. No. He gets up to look, but right when Jack looks at the window, the figure ducks. He turns on the light and sits back in pure terror. He finally builds the courage to open the door. And what he sees next, nobody would have thought. He opens the door to see a bull skull and candles lit. Oh, hell no! And what makes this even more terrifying is that a week later, he's out looking with his binoculars. He peeps across the river a campfire with cult members all around it.
What is going on here?
Buddy takes a picture and they all scramble like eggs. And then one of them starts chasing you. Jack hides under his bed and sees Buddy open his door. He's gotta be extra quiet. I know Buddy's sweating under there. The cult member looks around but can't find him and walks out. After a minute, Jack gets up, opens the door, and makes a run for it. Buddy runs and gets to his RV. And that is the end of Ironbark Lookout. Yeah, hell no, you're not surviving that.
Damn.
Unless you have experience with nature, and you are a lookout. You're not surviving this. First of all, Jack had no firearm, no weapon, no nothing. Not even a pocket knife. Me personally, I would have had the buck, and I ain't talking about $1. Jack got extra lucky, hiding under the bed, but he didn't check the bed. And then the running down the stairs. I would have fell down like the stormtrooper. Safe to say you're not surviving that.
I could survive it.
Lastly, let's talk about Amanda the Adventurer. Now, Amanda the Adventurer is a puzzle horror game where you play as Riley Park, a woman who gets swept up in the mystery revolving the show, Amanda the Adventurer. Think of Dora, but black, and Boots as a lamb, mixed in with the ring. Hell no! That's basically the game. You collect old VHS tapes of different episodes of the show.
Amanda ass, I'm cold. Fuck no.
And it starts out holly and jolly. However, the more you dig deep into these tapes, the more twisted and dark they get. Like that one time, in one of the episodes, they had a whole blick laying in the grass, and a knife. And don't get me started on the dead fox. Hell, she even tried to kill her sidekick in one of the episodes.
No, girl, absolutely not.
And then in another tape, it shows a kid watching the show. And then moments later, she goes missing. She disappeared. No Sue Storm. The front door wide open. Yeah, these tapes are no joke. And then on top of that, you have to find clues. Like, nah, this ain't no Blue's Clues. You gotta be a real detective in this shit. Not to mention, finding different clues leads to different endings. Ain't nobody got time for that. So short answer, no, you're not surviving this. Unless you're a detective, a real detective. No Joe.
What?
But if you gotta fight against the bad ending version of Amanda, this thing, unless you got the buck, you not doing nothing. She fast as shit. I sincerely hope you enjoyed this video. If you want me to make another video like this, or a part 2, let me know in the comments.
Definitely.
You better answer. If you don't, you like mustard in your...
Definitely gonna check out Horror Games Nobody Surviving Part 2. But that's in the next video. Peace out, YouTube.
Tell a nigga rob me in this bitch, smoking off the dope. I be stalking, and I got this hoe built like coke. She be popping, in this hoe flooding off the Mary. I be popping. Everybody that you fucking see, I done dropped it in this bitch like I'm Jesus. Raise a toast, I be godly. Me and Twin like I'm Batman. He be robbing, red and black, spinning every day. We ain't stopping, being dizzy on the way for the low. We gon' drop.